Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. My name is Noko, some call me Neno, some call me Tapedi. So yeah, I'm a final year medical student at the University of Pretoria. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, it's a video that a lot of people have been requesting in my DMs, especially first year, second year medical students and matriculants. So those actually people that actually want to get into medicine also. So before I get started on the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and to tell your friends to tell their friends about this video if they're interested. Anywho, so yeah, basically this video is just me speaking about how I actually study. Disclaimer, I'm not much of an A student. Actually depends on what rotation we are doing, but I'd like to believe that I am an above average student sometimes. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna give you guys tips on, obviously it's based on my experience since first year throughout final year now, about how I studied and methods that actually worked for me, and those that actually worked for people that were also around me. So obviously we are all different, so I'm not saying this whatever method I use might work for you, but you can try it if you want. So firstly, medicine is different from first year till final year. It's very different. So I've actually learned, like, with every block or rotation I needed to have like a different approach for it. And one thing that actually helped me is always asking people who have already done it, obviously people in other years, or like now in final years, since we're doing rotation, people that have actually passed through their rotation. I've always I've learned that it's actually quite important to actually ask tips for them as to how they approached a certain rotation or block. And yeah, also I learned that you don't have to just ask one person. You can ask multiple people and actually decide on which would work for you in that specific block. So in first, I don't know why I'm saying so a lot, I'm so sorry about that. And yeah, so wow, so oh my gosh, in first year it was a lot of theory. So and it actually was very overwhelming. Like, from, it was a huge jump from what we did in like the first 6 months of medicine, because that was practically BSc. I still don't know what the hell happened there, but my approach in starting from like second semester of medicine first year, it was a lot of theory, so obviously it was overwhelming, and we were obviously being introduced to what we call blocks. So just to be brief, a block would be like having like multiple modules, if I may put it like that, as one big module. And for example, in first year we'd have like physiology, anatomy, genetics, and I can't remember what else, but they'll be all put into like one module. So obviously you can imagine if every topic or whatever has its bunch of work, imagine now being put together. It was a lot, so having to adapt to that was too much. So compared to what we are doing now, I'm sorry, I'm trying not to lose my train of thoughts. Yeah, compared to what I'm doing now as a final year medical student, I have like a rotation. Basically, if I'm doing what's this, neurology, it's neurology. The only anatomy that I'll get to see in neurology is obviously neuroanatomy. So also you don't get tested a lot on the anatomy of stuff, but it's always good to go back to them because it will make sense for you to actually understand the diseases. What I saw worked out for me in first year was overwhelming for me because, like I said, I was just adapting to the new method of doing stuff. So what I did, obviously I write notes, guys. I write notes, but also I printed out some because obviously I can't write out everything, especially since there's no time. So sometimes I would watch a video or two, but also in first year I really struggled with watching videos, so I'd write out my notes or I'd read them. And also when I write them out or read them out, I would have to do it over and over and over again repetitively. And obviously I don't think it worked fully for me. And also I tried listening in class, which I suck at. I really sucked at listening in class, but I found that stuff that I actually got to listen, like if I got to listen to something in class, when I got home, then I didn't have to do like a whole bunch of work. So I'd come back home and just practically revise what I did for the day. But one thing for sure, I don't want to lie, even though I wrote notes and did whatever, and sometimes I never got to some topics, because I'm not joking when I say the work was a lot. So I didn't get through some work, and even if I do manage to get through some of the work, I didn't manage to revise it. So also my time management skills were really bad. So I think in first year it was just about me figuring out how to manage my time. And yeah, so obviously it got better over the years. And then so basically in first year, second year, and your third year, that's practically what you do. What I did was write notes or print out notes and read them and go write, and I tried to read them as often as I could. And then in fourth year, that's when they started incorporating proper practicals. So obviously our days from in the morning as early as 7 or 8 till like 12 o'clock would be in the hospital. I'll be doing orthopedics in the hospital, and then after that from 2 o'clock till 5 o'clock I'd be in class, and I'll actually be doing for example, I'll be doing gynecology. So you could imagine now I was doing two different things at the flipping same time, and they each took 4 weeks. And you find that towards the end of that 4 weeks, I would have to write both ortho and gynecology in the same day, or one after another. So obviously I had to come up with like a different study method for that year alone. I spent the first rotation was me trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. So I was constantly tired because I'm trying to figure it out. At the same time, I can't afford to take too much time trying to figure out how I'm going to study. So I would have to lost my train of thought. What am I saying? Oh yes, I was saying that I had to figure it out. So what I did is that I would pay attention in the hospital for ortho and take down like tips, because sometimes they tip you as to what like the common stuff that you'll get in your test. Then I'd get home and I'd study those, and then in class sometimes it was really bad because I'd be so exhausted that I couldn't pay attention in class from last night studying, having to be in the hospital early in the morning. So I'd kind of have a problem with listening in class, but I tried to listen and grasp what I grasp. And sometimes, honestly guys, I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't go to class sometimes. I'd go to the hospital, come back, nap so that I can wake up and study. Sometimes that worked for some rotations or some blocks, it worked for me. Some I did attend, but I'd attend class. So when I come back home, imagine I'd have to shower, eat, and then nap sometimes, and then I'd have to study. Maybe today I would be like, okay, let me do so much of orthopedics and so much of gynecology. So you can imagine. Obviously it got better by the time we did like our second rotation / block, which was like second and third rotation. So now I had figured out how to obviously study two disciplines at the same time. You can imagine. Hence I'm saying that one has to constantly just figure out how they have to approach every single block or every single year. Then fourth year, going into the first 6 months of my fifth year, was practically the same thing. So by the time I got to my fifth year, I had adapted well, like properly. So my marks started also improving, because now I got used to the idea of going to the hospital in the morning and coming back. Going to the hospital in the morning, and then attending class at 2 o'clock. Fifth year, I actually even attended like all my classes, because I had now found a way to, balance everything out. fast forward to what I'm doing now, towards the end. So yeah, final year, also same story. I had to approach every single rotation differently. In final year, obviously we don't attend classes, so it's hospital, and sometimes hospital, depending on which rotation you're doing, you can finish at 1, sometimes you can finish at 4. Sometimes if you were on call, you'd finish at like 10 o'clock at night, or you would finish the next day. Obviously things changed when COVID started. So anywho, I just wanted to give you guys a summary of that. I know that part was all over the place, but yeah, I just want to talk more on how I am studying at the moment. So at the moment I am writing 4 tests next week, 2 urology tests and 2 orthopedic tests. So what I've been doing in the past few days, shout out to Parai. She gave me her notes. She's in 4th year, so she gave me her orthopedics notes. So guys, you can actually save up your notes for final year. So she gave me her printed out notes. So what I'm practically doing is reading through the printed notes, and if I feel like maybe I'm struggling to grasp a concept, then this is when this okay, I don't know if it doesn't want to focus, but this comes into place. I create like little mind maps with like mini subheadings under. I think this was osteoarthritis. So yeah, I'm doing orthopedics now, so I'm studying with orthopedics today. What I've been practically doing, I feel like I'm all over the place, but what I've been practically doing for the past 2 weeks, I've been studying probably I'll do like urology during the day, then at night I'll do orthopedics, or vice versa. So yeah, with ortho, what I'm currently doing, as you guys can see, that's osteoarthritis. So I have like mini headings under, and then I'll just write like different notes on that. And then yeah, what I like about this is that it makes it easier for me to come back and obviously revise. So yeah, that's practically what I'm doing. As you guys can see, yeah, it's different. Obviously I don't always write mind maps, but I just scribble, or whatever you guys want to call it. And then also what I'm also doing, actually I think I should show you guys the notes that Parai gave me. Just please give me a second. So Parai gave me this huge file. Okay, this was out obviously because this is what I was studying at the moment. As I said earlier, printed out notes of what I'm studying, so I'll just read through some stuff. Sorry about that. I'll read through some stuff while and then this file, what she did, it's nicely sorted out. What she did is she decided that she's gonna print out like this timetable, and then under she'd put what they did for the week. So like every week there's a different timetable, so she did that. And then it's quite huge. See, some of the stuff are in plastic sleeves. And another thing that she gave me is her book, where she also wrote out like different mind maps. So I try incorporate everything. This is what I'm doing for this blog. I try incorporate everything. And also she gave me this. I'm just gonna show you guys just one because obviously it's too big. This is an A3 if I'm not mistaken, or I don't know, A5, I don't know what it is, A2, I don't know. So she like made like mind maps. This one is bone tumors. And then from my side, what I also did is print out notes and write out some of them. These are Toronto notes. As a medical student, you'll learn about Toronto notes. Literally, Toronto notes literally have every single medical topic, but I'm not a huge fan of it because it's too summarized. Anywho, I know this video is a bit all over the place, but I hope you guys got the gist of what I do, especially the fact that I say that I approach every single rotation differently. I don't always study like this. Some rotations, what I did is just watch videos, like videos on osmosis or your emboss video. Not emboss, what am I saying? Sometimes I use emboss, which is a site where, yeah, has a nice medical topics with different osmosis videos. Sometimes I'd watch online med. What I love about online med is that it gives you like a very brief understanding of a topic before you actually get to read it. So yeah, that's what I also enjoyed. And then yeah, sometimes I'd watch like a YouTube video. And also sometimes when I'm lazy, when I'm really lazy, I would sit in bed and I would read notes from my phone. So my phone usually also has like notes. So as you can see by this video, I am a mess when it comes to studying. I really am, and I don't have like the same approach, but what you would have picked out is me printing out my notes or writing them out. So yeah. Anyway guys, I hope you found this a bit insightful. I don't want to say helpful because I don't know, but yeah, maybe helpful. I realized that most of my method, a lot of people do use it in medicine. Some, yeah, print out notes, just read. Some read out straight from their laptops. I struggle with that. But anywho, I hope you found this insightful and you got my takeaway message. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, remember my DMs are always open, and yeah, I'm always free to actually give advice as to how one should actually approach every single block. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Love you. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys next time.